producer director is the next most difficult thing after husband and wife or boyfriend girlfriend in a long-term relationship. So you have to be much before check out your compatibility, and otherwise it leads to arguments and fights, and then directors getting chucked out or walking out of films. But more often than not, you should. There are only like birds of a feather flock together, so there will be like-minded people working together only. Again, my approach to everything is very simplistic and common sense type. So a montage should be used when you are trying maybe to show a time lapse, that these many things happened over a period of time. Yeah, but the need of a montage will only arise when you want to compress a long period of story time, the real time in the story, vis-a-vis the screen time. And so there will be a certain shoot pattern and an edit pattern and a background music pattern, which will then communicate to the viewer, and then as the months passed, as the seasons passed, or as the weeks passed, these things happened. So it is, for example, Rocky and his training, that's a montage. So you have to know in your story what your need is to communicate at that particular point. If I'm trying to say the boy and the girl, if my story is the boy and the girl meet, they fall in love, and then their relationship extends over a period of time, and then comes the point in the film where the boy says to the girl that our parents have to meet, or I want to meet your father to ask for your hand in marriage. And let's say that point is the 12th minute of the film. So in the first scene of the film, the boy and the girl meet. Oh, I love you, you love me, excellent. Song begins or background music begins. We show time lapse, and how much time you want to show, 6 months, 1 year, whatever, right? Or few weeks or whatever. And so that will show the time lapse. And when that musical piece gets over, and you've shown them in different clothes, in different locations, in different situations, getting up in the morning, dropping each other to the airport, this, that. So there will be situations, and you'll have to write those moments down and then shoot it accordingly, and then edit it nicely and tell your editor to bring in a feel to it. And then when it gets over, the 12th minute of your film, the boy says, I want to meet your father to ask for your hand. And the drama is going to come that the boy goes to the girl's house, and he goes inside and he sees the father, and the girl says, Daddy, there's this boy who wants to meet you, I've been telling you about him. And when they come face to face, oh my God, he's the guy who killed my father, he gets knocked. Maybe that's the beginning of your film. So that's how montage is used. Film director has to handle everybody very carefully, kid gloves, and diplomatically. Slowly, as you make films or as you are an assistant director, you will realize that film direction is less about where to put the camera, about telling a story, about having imagination, about having inspiration, and it's more about handling people. But that should come as wisdom that you will arrive at on your own. Don't use that as any information from me. Filmmaking is more about handling your producer, handling the actors, handling the egos of various people. It is like the captain of a ship. That is why there are so many people who actually don't know to direct, but they announce to the world that I'm a director, because they're very good at that maybe. Actually, there's nothing much to do. You just have to round up 10 or 12 really talented people. You get yourself the best cameraman, you get yourself the best editor, the best writer, the best producer, the best actor, and a good assistant director. Because nowadays the first AD says action and cut also, so you don't have to say action and cut also. That's the sad thing about our film industry. There is no qualification required at all for any job. And most of all, the producer and the director. It's a horrible place. Very mean. You will never know who's your friend. If you think that someone is your friend, he'll turn out not to be your friend. But why you should last in it or why you should be in it, the only reason is because you love making films. So let that be the only reason to be in the film industry, not because of love or camaraderie or anything. It's a horrible place. Very bad competition, cutting the person down, being happy with someone else's failure. That's one of the biggest traits you will find. There's so many people who are happy when a film doesn't work on Friday, except for there's only one, the people who made it are the unhappy people. Everyone else is happy. Because it comes automatically. You want only what you make to succeed, because then all these fundas that I'm giving, you will get proved right. Okay, what I'm thinking is right, because everyone else has got a point of view. There's a Dio, there's me, there's Mo, there's Pupu, and everyone's here in this world. And everyone has got a point of view, and everyone is right, like I said to him. But how do you get proved right? How is it that it's going to turn out that what I am saying is right? When I am, what manager bola tha, my prediction comes out and the other people's prediction fails. So suppose if mine is failing, that's fine, but other people should not succeed. Then I'm happy. That's human psychology, it's human tendency. It is even more nurtured and fed and watered in the film industry. It's there everywhere in the world. Everyone wants themselves to succeed. You know, there was somebody who said they drew a line on the board and they said make this line smaller without touching it. So then everyone wondering how to do, and then you took a chalk and you made a longer line next to it. So this one became the shorter one. So everything is on a comparative level. So 5 people are making a prediction, okay, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the temperature is going to be 35. So one person says 31, 33, 35, 37 and 39. 5 people say that. At 1 o'clock, there's going to be only one temperature. Whichever one it is at 1 o'clock, that one will be any one of these 5, let's say, in a hypothetical situation. And so therefore, the other 4 people will have failed. Now you have to decide that suppose you had predicted 35 and the temperature turns out to be 35, you are going to be happy about the fact that you were right, or you were right compared to the fact that the others were wrong. Now the other 4 people are there who said 31, 33, 37 and 39. They are finding joy in the fact that 3 of the others were wrong. They are not celebrating the fact that the guy who got 35 is right, let me learn how he got 35. Are you all understanding what I'm saying?